Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody out there doing tonight? So, real quick live, man. I wanted to come on because I'm not sure everybody's been watching what's been going on in the news, but I put stuff out in the community page so you guys can stay up to date with the latest news that is happening regarding Social Security right now. Veterans benefits have not been announced any changes or anything like that. But if you go online right now and you look up the Republicans' plan for the debt limit, this bill that's coming up, they have a lot of things tied to Social Security right now. Okay. They want to raise the age for retirement from 67 to 70 years old. They want to change a lot of the requirements for healthcare with Social Security. And you're going to have to read that bill, man, to understand all of it. But from what I see on it, they're clearly looking at entitlement programs in order to try to get the budget, the deficit under control. Now, it's going to have to be a bipartisan bill. And someone left me a comment, and I just mentioned this on Bobby D's channel. I was on his channel earlier, that the Democrats are not going to allow it. Look, entitlement, sure, they're going to try to save it, but they're not going to let the U.S. credit get ruined. Okay, so they're going to compromise. They're going to do something to appease both sides. They got to come to a compromise because the Republicans right now, they want to do this. They're going to do it, and the Democrats are going to have to meet them halfway. They're not going to have much of a choice. All right, but these changes that I was telling you guys about earlier this year, they're coming. They're coming. You need to get yourself prepared. There's some people out there that's looking forward to retiring this year. Republicans have their way. You got 3 more years. That's coming. Benefits with the VA, definitely, man. You guys, hey, they're talking about taxing the VA benefits for the first time. So be prepared. Be prepared. Start saving your money. Start coming up with a plan. Especially those of you on TDIU, I'm stressing it, man, because it's coming. It's coming. Now, the only good thing about TDIU, if they extend the age to 70, you'll have up to the age of 70 before they cut it off. That's probably when you're going to need it the most, when they cut it off. I'm sorry. What's up, Mr. B? Mr. Morris. What up, Mike? How you doing, man? So, real talk, man. Social Security, pay attention. Pay attention to what they're getting ready to do to it. Those of you who are currently on Social Security, again, I try to put information out there to try to help you guys. Part A, which is hospital stays, right? You don't pay anything for hospital stays. You pay for Part B, which is doctor visits. And C, I believe, is medication, or D. One of those two, I forgot which one it is. But hospital stays, there's only 5 more years till 2028 that it is fully paid for. After that, if they don't do anything, there's going to be a cost associated with it. And most people who are on Social Security are not going to be able to afford it. So that's why I'm asking you guys to currently pay attention to what is happening right now in Congress. If they vote on this bill and it passes the House, they're not going to have much choice in the Senate. The president can threaten to veto all he wants. They're not going to let the U.S. credit get ruined. So they're going to compromise. So some things that these Republicans want are going to pass. It's going to happen. So you got to get prepared for it. All right. Okay. A couple other things real quick. I put out in a post that for those of you who may be coming to Colombia, those of you who may be in Colombia, there is a countrywide strike that starts on Sunday. Yeah, I'm about to say Monday, but it starts on Sunday. They are protesting the current president. Now, this has been all over Colombia's Twitter, Facebook, all social media sites, as well as the local newspapers, everywhere. People have been talking about this, all right? This is where learning some of the language, learning how to read some of the language comes into play. All right. When you're in another country, And you can be out running around and you lived here 3-4 years, whatever. But if you don't know what is going on around you, you might be the only person outside Sunday trying to figure out where everybody is. And we've all known about this going on since Tuesday of earlier this week. Okay, this is where you're going to live in another country, especially when they don't speak your language. They don't use the same type of writing skills that you have, right? When understanding the language, this is where this comes into play. So again, starting on Sunday, there's going to be a country-wide, every corner of Colombia will be on strike. Okay? So if you plan on coming to Colombia, you at the airport, you may have a hard time between Sundays because it's supposed to last till Thursday, but who knows? That's what it's scheduled for. As a matter of fact, if you signed up for Safe Traveler with our U.S. Embassy, you would have got an email also informing you this is coming. Now, I know a lot of people out there don't travel like that. They just travel on luck, which is why I'm announcing this live right now. I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. Starting this Sunday, there's going to be a nationwide strike in the country of Colombia. They are protesting the current president over health care, over wages, pretty much everything. The man ain't even been in office a year yet, and they already got problems, okay? But that is happening starting Sunday here. All right? Let's see. Alfred, what's going on? Barry, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? All right. Now, Mr. B left me a question about someone who suffers, I think he said a seizure. They had a seizure for they suffered a seizure and they couldn't drive for 6 months, I believe is what you wrote. And you were asking me what benefits they could apply for to help them. I don't know of any benefits to help them in that situation because it's got to be more than they can't drive. There got to be something else, right? Like if they have the inability to drive, okay. If they got to go to VA appointments, they'll just call. Travel will come get them. That's the best thing I can tell them for that. But unless they have more issues, like they can't do anything, right? They're basically got to have help from somebody else. Just being not able to drive is not enough to file for a benefit. You understand what I'm saying? Can they still brush their teeth on their own? Can they still shower on their own? Can they still get dressed on their own? If that's the case, then especially if they're already 100%, that there's nothing to file, just because they can't drive. Especially if they're trying to go to appointments, you would just call travel. They'll have somebody come pick you up. They'll have that bus or whatever service come pick you up, take you to your appointment, and then take you back home. Or better yet, they'll give you an iPad and tell you to do telehealth. But yeah, there's nothing that I know of for someone who just can't drive without any other issues. Like if they had seizures and they had problems with their legs or problems, like I said, getting dressed or something like that, that's something totally different. But if it's just driving only, yeah, I don't know anything to help them with that. Family man, what's going on? All right, so like I said, man, this is just a quick live, but I would tell you guys, man, to pay close attention to this vote that's coming up for the debt ceiling. Pay close attention to it, because if it goes the way the Republicans want it to go, the next step after that, veterans benefits. If they end up getting most of what they want that they proposed, and they're not going to sign that debt limit bill until they get what they want, after they get that, they're coming after veterans benefits next to tax them, to do away with TDIU and to tax them. That's going to be next, guys. All right. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching, man. Like I said, it's just going to be a quick live. I'm going to do a quick video tomorrow for the Saturday roll call, which is happening this week. And then I got another video coming out Sunday night for Monday morning for the Q&A. But if there's no other questions you guys have, man, I'm going to go ahead and get off. I'm supposed to be going to the movies later anyway, in about another 15 minutes. So I just wanted to come on, man, and do this quick live. But again, please pay attention to the debt limit bill and what they do. Because if that passed the way they wanted to pass, get ready. Get ready. Because veterans benefits are next. All right, guys. That's it. I'm out. Peace.